What is happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of McLaren Fan TV. It's been a good weekend, people. It's been a good weekend. Not too bad, not too shabby. I'm joined, of course, by my co-host Mahad from the Pit Stop Fracker. What is going on, G?
Ferrari get battered everywhere they go. Ferrari get battered everywhere they go.
Come
Hey, I'm
on.
loving life, man.
Hey, what's not to
I was going
what's
to
not
vomit
like?
if Ferrari got a 1-2 in Imola, man. But
Mate,
guess what? Red Bull did instead.
I tell you what, boy. I done it in my predictions. I thought Red Bull going to get the clean sweep, man. Quali, sprint, the lot. I just don't. I don't know. The pressure was way too high for Ferrari, in my opinion. It was way too high for them. It was way too high for them. So,
well,
I
tweeted this out when it happened, yeah, but I was like, yo, Michael Schumacher would never let this happen. He would never let this happen.
You're trying to troll the peoples, yeah? Michael Schumacher would never let this happen. It has to be done. Ferrari were getting way too big for their boots, bruv. Way too big.
That calm down is sweet, man. Come on, man.
So,
you know how it goes.
Yeah,
and then McLaren podium on top of that.
On top. Bro. What can go wrong?
Of Ferrari.
What can go wrong, like I said, huh? What can go wrong?
You predicted it.
And that's the thing, like, you say things and it's like, yeah, you know what, like, I just want to laugh at these, man. But then it actually, when certain things actually happen and they come into fruition, you're thinking, rah, look at Ferrari, bro, letting man them down. Now, don't get me wrong, people like, Carlos Sainz, unlucky, thanks to our man, Danny. Danny knew the script, you get what I'm saying? He read the assignment, you know them ones. So obviously he had to give Carlos Sainz a bit of a bad run, if you will. But two retirements in a row for him, you know them ones. So the pressure's on.
Pressure's real on now, man. And I said this on our pod. I said, look, them when you look at it, when you step back and look at the teams, Leclerc and Sainz don't really have experience in these situations, but Verstappen and Perez has. So they've been up the top of the grid. You know what I mean? Battling for wins and stuff like that consistently.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, where do you want to even kick things off? I mean, it was a busy weekend. You know, we had qualifying, we had sprint, then we had the race itself. I mean, do we go with qualifying? Do we sort of kick things off there?
Yeah, I think it feels a little bit backwards this weekend, sprint weekend, isn't it? So let's start with quali. Our boy
P3 for Lando and P6 for Danny Ricciardo in the quali.
You know what? If you asked me that in Bahrain, where would we be in Imola? Even if you asked me in Australia, because remember we were talking last time.
Yeah,
that everything's going to be a little bit track dependent. Imola's really different to Australia. Australia favoured us, so that means the opposite's going to happen in Imola. It didn't happen.
It's mad.
It didn't happen. So we're wrong.
It's mad. You can't. That's what I like about this season a little bit. That there's a lot of unpredictability, just a tad. Like, because especially new cars and having to learn, because there's no real data, is there? When you think about it, if you're going into a race, there isn't really any data to really fall back on because you got a different spec of car completely. So you're almost starting fresh.
Definitely, man. And I think who was it? Seidel said it, like, we didn't really understand our car because we had the lack of testing. So Bahrain looks more like a blip than the actual reality itself because we were disadvantaged compared to other teams. We didn't understand all the problems, and we've had to do that whilst within the first 3 races. So you've seen the slow progression. We could have been where we are right now, right at the beginning, if we did have that testing. So, and one thing I will say is, qualifying showed it. We've got 1 lap pace. We're not slow when it comes to quali.
It's there, man. I mean, practice. I was seeing that Lando Norris at the top. Yeah, I was like, yo, what's going on? There we go. Let's go again. And then I think it was the second practice. He was near the back, wasn't he? So it was all like it's quite a mixed bag. So. But yeah, you're right. At least, thank God, there's at least some pace in that car. Because when you look at all the other Mercedes engines, you have every right to be nervous.
100%, man. I do not think it's like an engine problem. I think it's more just a setup thing, and we're just trying to find the right amount of downforce to get the most out of the car. When we look at quali, though, at 1 lap pace, we've got it. Then, even in practice one's obviously practicing for quali. When we got to practice 2, when it started doing sprint race and the race simulations, we were slow as hell because that kind of reflects that we ain't got the race pace like that.
Yeah.
So it's about trying to build that up. I think quali, we're nearly there. We're still like 7/10 off your Ferraris and your Red Bulls in quali pace.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing.
We'll have to close that gap somehow. And I don't think our expectations was ever to be first and second, but if we close that gap, we might compete for some podiums and some race wins. So I think we're nearly there. Quali showed it. Quali as well. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This Lando kid is serious, man.
Yeah. Talk about it, man. People not putting respect on Lando Norris' name. I don't understand.
Remember, we had
it,
this
man.
discussion, and I was telling you, people were telling me Gasly's better than Lando. I was like, what's going on here?
Insanity.
What's going on here? Are you man wigged? What's happening right now? Because in reality, this guy is doing a madness. Yeah. When you look at the actual the data and everything like that, he could have possibly, if he had to do the same thing as Verstappen. So for those people that don't know, Verstappen had to lift on the sector 3 because Bottas was on the side because his car broke down. So on his pole lap, he actually had to lift in sector 3, and he still managed to get pole, which is crazy. So when you look at the actual order, Leclerc went round first, did his lap, and then Verstappen was behind him, and then Norris was behind him. So both Verstappen and Norris had to lift in sector 3. If Norris didn't have to lift, he would have outqualified Leclerc. So it's crazy. Even though that's not representative of the cars or anything like that, it just shows that he's trying to get 100% out of the car. And I know people will get onto him for sliding out on the second one.
Yeah,
boy, that's tactical, bro. Spirit of Michael Schumacher. Spirit of parking up in Monaco, bro. Listen, the car ain't got the pace like that. If you got P3, slide it out, man. Touch the white line, slide out, man. You know the vibes.
Boy, man, caress that white line a bit too obvious for me. I was like, yo, Norris, you got to be a bit low key with that, because everyone just started jumping on him. But you had to do what you had to do. You had to do what you had to do, man. At the end of the day, Trevor says that Lando best wet driver on the track, driver on the grid. He's always been able to pull out a banger during a wet quali. He's frigging good. He's frigging good.
No, when you look, so people will use Russia against him. Yeah. He can't drive in the wet. Obviously, he can't drive in the wet if he's got slicks on. He did pit for the inners.
There you go. You know,
if he pitted for the inners, you can see that he could drive in the rain. So it's a bit of a mute point. When we saw, remember Spa last year, differential rain and stuff like that. I admit he dropped it in Q2, but in Q1 he was the fastest.
He was killing it in Q1. He was killing it in Q1.
So if that didn't happen and he managed to get, if he didn't bin it, whatever, and he got to Q3, we're looking at someone that might have possibly got pole.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, and Trevor's right. Didn't he put it on pole in the wet last year?
I think that was, it was changing conditions. So everybody was doing inters, and then it stopped raining, and then he was the first one to put slicks on, and then he slapped out a lap because he warmed up his tires quick enough. But it's a greasy track. It's not dry. You know what I mean?
No, it's not dry. It's not bone dry.
But people trying to tell me this guy's terrible. Like he can't drive in the rain whatsoever. So I'm seeing that kind of like narrative. And even after when he locked off the session with the red flag, the brother just put it on P3.
Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren. What are you talking about?
You can't say nothing.
It's a mute point, isn't it?
Where did Gasly? I think Gasly qualified what? He was out in Q1.
Behind Tsunoda.
He was out in Q1. No disrespect to Gasly, I think he's a decent driver. Don't get me wrong, but to put him in that conversation with a Lando Norris, let's pump the brakes. Lando Norris is a better driver, faster driver than Pierre Gasly. Simple as. Do you know that one? So, but yeah, it was very impressive as well. Danny Ricciardo, I think that's what made me more happy as well. Danny Ricciardo P6 in quali, that gave me more confidence in terms of the team as a whole. Where I'm like, okay, here we go. Now we can sort of start to see our team literally progressing bit by bit, like literally getting up there. Because, you know, my fear was obviously Lando doing his thing and then Danny Rick still lagging behind. But to see him in the top 6, now I know circumstances, there was a few, because he was ahead of, was it Perez and Sainz, right?
Yeah.
Now you could get gas with that. But then I know Magnussen was ahead of him, and I think Alonso was ahead of him.
Magnussen and Alonso, yeah.
You know what I mean? So but it's positive. I'm not going to take it as negative. P6 for Danny Ricciardo in this year's McLaren, which looked a bit hairy. I'm taking that all day long.
1,000,000%. I think in that scenario, if you're looking at, that's the baseline. That's what we're aiming for. P5, P6, if we want to be best of the rest, because obviously you're not your Ferraris and your Red Bulls.
Yeah,
he's carrying up the baseline. I think up until the race, Ricciardo was having a good weekend, man.
Absolutely, he was, because we go to the sprint. Lando Norris P5, Daniel Ricciardo P6. You know what I'm saying? Behind both Red Bulls and both Ferraris. You know what I'm saying? You're taking that. You know the ones you're taking, because we were worried about the Alpines, weren't we? We were talking Alpine, and you know the sort of the.
And we thought the Mercedes was ahead of us,
and we thought Mercedes too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to see that happening, I'm thinking, yo, this is a good weekend so far. Like, you know, it was really, really good. So good to see them progress. See them to do better. What do you think it's kind of down to? Like, because I'm wondering whether was it just the braking issues at testing that really cost us like this, or is it more?
No, we didn't understand our brakes whatsoever. So when you don't have confidence in your brakes, you can't really go
full pelt
in slow corners. We're slowly but surely trying to lower the car so we can get more downforce. One positive thing is they keep saying it, and they said it from day one, the car is very stable. So we don't really they feel really comfortable going into corners. It's not like they just feel slow. They just feel slow in the slow corners. And when I looked at some statistics, we were actually the slowest team in the speed trap. Our top speed was the slowest in the whole grid.
Really?
So we don't have the straight line speed yet that we need, and we're still qualifying in these positions and still getting podiums. So
there you go.
The car fundamentally might actually be a good car in terms of stability and balance and everything like that. It's got it, but we just lack downforce, and we need to get that downforce to get top speeds. When you look at who's the fastest in the speed trap this weekend, it was Williams, and that's got a Merc engine in it. So
the
engine, I don't think is a problem. It's just about understanding our car and lowering the car bit by bit to get that downforce. We don't have porpoising, so that's good already. Yeah. So we're similar to Red Bull, where they don't have porpoising either. So fundamentally, we've kind of took that into account. It's just about getting that more and more downforce to get that speed and then feel more confident in slow speed corners and straights.
Yeah, I do wonder, like, like, for example, you said Williams was like the fastest in terms of like straight line speed. Like, how much caveat do we have to put with all these things? Like, one day it was Alpine, and one day it's Williams, and one day it's whoever else. Like, how much of it, like, how sort of, I don't know what the word is, but how much can it
maybe?
Yeah, like, is it that vigorous that it's just it could change week to week?
I thought Williams was slow as hell. So for when I saw Albon absolutely doing a madness against Lewis Hamilton and that, just blowing on the straights. So, and he's like literally he's matching where the Red Bulls are in terms of speed. I don't know, maybe they've made some upgrades and differences to Imola to find that downforce and get that, stop that porpoising, and manage to do that. So you have to kind of remember, as we go on, this is the steepest development curve at the moment. So everybody's it's gonna be a madness every single race up until probably halfway through the season. The kind of gaps that people are gaining, and then when we look about the actual time gains, we've gained the most time since Bahrain out of any other team.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah, I think we have. I think we are the only ones that have gained that most. Trevor's saying that Danny Rick is still behind Lando in quali, but he's much closer than last year. Thank
100%. I don't expect him to beat Lando. Lando's exceptional, especially in quali.
You don't expect him to, yeah?
No, we're looking at something else here. I don't think Danny was that main guy. I don't think Danny was that main guy when it comes to quali anyway. In the first place.
So is it more good Lando, or is it more like, you know what, like kind of past it Ricciardo? Not past it completely, but just he's over the peak part. He's sort of not on the decline, too harsh, but he's past the peak.
When you even look back at Red Bull, was Danny that guy in quali?
What about Danny's racing?
Danny's more of a wall-to-wall racer in the race, make up places, do something mad.
Yeah,
Lando he's a quality demon, man. He, like we said this in the Australia one. Like, what's he doing there? What's he doing up there in the first place?
Yeah,
So now 2 races in a row, he's qualified top 5.
Yeah, he's a different level. He's a different level. And how much of it is down to knowledge of the car in terms of knowledge of the team since he's been around? What way are we weighing it up?
No, I think it's balanced now, because they both developed that car. Both of them did.
Yeah. Kwame says that you man got a faster car than us, Alpine, at Imola. Anyways, we were meaty. Man, what has happened to Alpine?
I don't know.
did
They've
ask
got
myself.
no reliability, and Alonso's got no luck in the world, man. His luck is insane. The guy is like in a sprint race was what, fifth? Dropped like a stone. The car just dropped like a stone.
Yeah, he started quali fifth, and I think he finished ninth.
Yeah, and then once he started ninth, Mick Schumacher decided to spin into the side of his side pod, and then it went flying in the air. And then you have to retire the car. You ain't got no choice. Your side pod's got missing. So apparently now he's only got 2 points. I'm thinking, what? How can he have 2 points? He's doing madness. It's ridiculous.
It's nuts. And Ocon, once upon a time I was singing his praises, and then all of a sudden since then he's not had any luck whatsoever. Australia, he had a bad weekend, and also at Imola.
Yeah, he got knocked out Q1, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ocon, because I think he's got some good raw pace in there. But top six in terms of fifth and sixth place for McLaren, just right behind the Red Bull and Ferrari, as I mentioned before. Then into the race. Now, the race was a bit of a madness, right? It was a bit, you could be very delighted and also very disappointed at the same time. Of course, Danny Ricciardo got caught in a melee, with Carlos Sainz. Are you blaming Danny for the collision with Sainz, or are you blaming Bottas? Because Bottas hits into him.
I'm blaming Danny.
You're blaming Danny.
Danny. I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be too harsh with him, but he touched the curb, and then obviously it's wet.
Yeah,
these curbs are not a game when it's just been chucking it down. So he had a kick of the steering wheel, and then he just went into the cider man, and then unlucky Sainz is out, and then he got rammed from behind as well by the next man when he did that, and that messed up the diffuser. So, but thank God he actually decided, okay, let me not beach this. Let me actually just keep the wheels moving and carry on with the race, because he ended up being the tester for Norris later on down the line, in terms of, okay, let's pit. What are these tires saying? What the sector times? He was just doing that. He had no interest. The plan was never for him to go through the ranks from last or whatever, because your diffuser's messed. So you was not going to ever be able to do anything. But he took that sacrifice and said, okay, let me test the tires for Lando and manage the situation. So we got more data in terms of in-race strategy. So but it's an error on his half. I think he actually went to the Ferrari paddock and apologized to Sainz because you ruined Sainz's race as well, and that's not good either. Because no fault of the thing is with Sainz, like, new contract, new engine as well, 5 brake horsepower faster than Leclerc in that new engine. Bins it in quali. Once you bin it in quali, then you've kind of ruined your race, because you need to be slicking on pole or P2, man, and you would have never got into that situation.
Yeah, you just wonder, can Carlos Sainz handle pressure? He seems to be somebody who, when no one's talking about him, he does exceptionally well. He's doing his thing underground, low key, and he pulls up with consistent performances. And then as soon as the heat is on, why they announced the new contract thing is, again, bizarre to me. Is it the Friday or the Thursday?
Yeah, Friday.
They announced it, and I thought that's the last thing you need when you're at your home Grand Prix. You've got, the crowd, it felt like we were at the San Siro. It was unreal. Whenever Ferrari overtook a driver, the crowd went mental. When Sainz went out, the gasp, you could hear everybody. You could literally hear it through the TV so well. So it was a proper, quite a hostile atmosphere in favor of Ferrari. And yet, just little things like that is why I just don't trust them. It's just things like that where they kind of cause their own problems to a degree, not all the way, but just to a degree.
Okay, so they kind of put the pressure on by giving him the contract. And maybe some people would picture that and say, okay, it's alleviated the pressure because he knows he's secure now. But I think in terms of this weekend, I think this was driver error, man. The pressure got to the drivers. I think Ferrari set them up to have a car to at least finish third and fourth. Yeah, that's the minimum target for you. So, but like you said, like what's the Ferrari said? That's it right there. It's on the screen.
Right there.
That's it. Well, what can go wrong will go wrong. Yeah.
Honestly,
home race. Like, what happened in the last home race? We dunked to them 1-2, and then a back-to-back 1-2 in Italy. This is insane. This is problems, man.
It's not good for them. Absolutely correct, Trevor. What can go wrong will with Ferrari. Let me go through a couple of these comments so we can keep up to track. Kwame mentioned that Williams are interesting because data suggested that they had the pace, but they've been stuck in the midfield compared to you, man, who are slower but higher up in the grid. So I agree with the fundamentals of Williams being skewed, but spot on with McLaren. But again, I don't know, and that's a very it's very true, isn't it, Kwabi? Like you really can't. We can't concretely say, bang, this is what it is. Here's what it is, and let's go, because we're going to be learning more and more as the races go on. And as you said, Mahad, when it gets to like halfway in the season, summertime, everybody's going to have their cars underneath them, and then it will be like, okay, normal services resumed type of thing. So, yeah,
I definitely think quality is saving us doing good quality and having that understanding our car fully to get one lap of like sheer pace out of it. Because when it comes to quality, I think maybe we're the third best team in quality. Setting up the car and doing a quick hot lap on low fuel and managing to go around, because we did it in Australia, and then this is a completely different track, Imola, and we've managed to do it again to get a P3. So we've got that hands down. But if we were like the Williams and we didn't qualify well, we would have been stuck in midfield. We would be finished. We ain't getting no points. Who we overtaking? I didn't even see us overtake anybody this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's true. I didn't,
because I don't think we've got the downforce to be doing them things. I don't. Even Lando said it in a post interview. I don't think I used DRS once.
Imagine. Mercedes would have killed for our situation, because I think we're the same. Had we been in the 14th, 15th places, we would have just been stuck there. We would have just rotted in there. Exactly. Shout out to what's his name, George Russell, because obviously he's dragged the car to 5th, and I think he's the only driver now this season that's finished in the top 5 every race.
No, he's been outstanding, man.
He's done phenomenally well with that car. With that
start was crazy.
But you're right, qualifying is saving us. We need good qualies. We need good qualities going on between now and until we can really figure out what is up and deal with the matter properly. Get the downforce.
We got the slowest top speed on the whole grid. You know how mad that is? How the hell has Lando got P3 in that? If we got the slowest top speed?
How? It's for even if he was top 5, like take away any mistakes that were ahead of us. Like
we're lost.
It's madness, man. Kwame says no reliability. We literally went with pace or nothing, which is such a big risk, as I don't even think the pace is there like that compared to the other teams. He's talking about Alpine.
Yeah.
Is that more dangerous? Is it more of a risk?
No, because the way the engine regs are set up is, you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to fix your engine if it's unreliable, but you're not allowed to fix your engine if it's got no power. So they're trying to redline it before it all closes in September. Even the electrical parts, I think, MGUK and stuff. So they're trying to redline it. I think they're trying to set themselves up for maybe next year and the year after. I think this one's a bit of a throwaway, but in that sense, I don't know. Alonso said obviously he's driving a bit longer. Ocon's got kind of a long-term deal. They've got Piastri in the wings. Do they just use this year as an experiment year and then go for it proper the year after? Because they can't be in this game to be midfield. They have to try to win races. You get me?
No, they can't. They've got to try and win races. That's for sure. We'll see what happens with the Alpine as the season goes on. You just never know, man. Next race, they might just bang it out. And for all we know, we're like back to square one again. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Trevor says, have McLaren announced any updates coming for Miami or when they plan on introducing new upgrades? I haven't heard anything.
So I haven't heard anything either. We brought a small upgrade this weekend. I think a beam wing. So when he brought a beam wing, we've literally only barely upgraded this car. We're just trying to understand it more with the data. And I think Miami might bring a small update, but the major update that we've been working on since after Bahrain is coming in Barcelona. So and that's probably going to be a whole new floor,
which was good testing, by the way. So
yes,
let's see if we can get that. We can marry the two together. Good upgrades 100%. Along with that Barcelona testing. That would be phenomenal.
If we do that big upgrade in Barcelona and and it works, we can close that gap. So let's say, for example, right now we're like 7/10 off Red Bull and Ferrari. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If we do this big upgrade and then we're only 2/10 off, that gives us a shot to win races. And it can consistently give us podiums, because not all 4 of those guys are going to consistently have clean weekends. One of them's going to fuck up, and then
for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's here's the thing. I'm almost like I'm so sure we're going to win a race this year, it's almost like, which one is it going to be? That's really going to be the question, is who can guess what race it will be this year? Do you know the ones? I don't know whether the Monaco style will suit us better, because once you get that car at the front, overtaking will be difficult. God knows how the cars are going to look in Monaco in terms of just the size, in terms of like the narrowness of the roads, as well as the size of the car. But I'm trying to think, like, where is that win coming from? Because I'll tell you what, I'll bite your hand off for Monza again. It's a long wait, but I'll bite your hand off for it.
I think we've got the team in place. We've got the drivers in place. I think they've kind of even shown, look, when you've got a situation that happened in Bahrain where we're really, really hampered, that the team can bounce back. All we've seen is progress from here.
Yeah.
So I think we've got, and that's kind of things that Seidel was saying at the beginning of the season, like after Bahrain, he said, we've got a good team, we'll sort it out. And he weren't lying. Man weren't capping.
No.
And we've got the drivers in place to do that. I've not seen anything to make me think, oh, the drivers are going to cost us anything. I think Lando's been outstanding. I think Ricciardo's been okay. He's been much better than last year. I think the first major mistake was on the race. And that's weather dependent. That's kind of hit the curb and not judged it right. But I think it'll bounce back a bit stronger from the next race. But in terms of upgrades in Miami, we probably get one. Right now we're in a situation, have no idea what race we're going to win. Have no idea what we're going to perform like in Miami or Monaco or any of those places. I kind of really interested in seeing what the upgrades are saying in Barcelona and how that affects the team and how it affects the car, because if we manage to get downforce and we ain't porpoising, we're cooking.
That's it. I can't wait. I genuinely cannot wait to see the progression of this team getting better. Because is there a race where you feel like we actually went a step back? Like from Bahrain to Saudi, was it a step back?
No. I think, look, Bahrain was rock bottom. That's rock like Phil Mitchell alcohol in the bins. That was Bahrain. Now, Jeddah, we improved, but Ricciardo's engine blew up. That's bad luck. Ricciardo's engine blowing up. But I reckon in Jeddah we were going to get a double points finish, but we didn't manage to do that. Australia, we got the double point finish, and it was a good double points finish as well. Yeah. So we managed to secure that, and Merck was better than us, but we were basically the best of the rest after Merck. And then we've seen the progress again in Imola. I was thinking 14th, 15th. I thought we were gonna be in the DRS train.
Yeah, because I genuinely thought, like, not enough time for upgrades. We got sprint weekend, qualifying's on Friday. Who knows? Only one practice session, and away we go. Hope for the best. It was more like a hit and hope kind of thing. But to see us do so good, like much better than what we expected. Like at the end of the day, listen, we got where's my man here, Stephen? We got a freaking podium.
Exactly.
It was. We got a freaking podium.
I thought we weren't going to get a podium until next year. If you asked me that, I was saying, 2026, we're getting a podium. We're not getting that.
Are you naturally more pessimistic, or are you naturally more optimistic? Which way do you?
I'm pessimistic, man. Come on, man. I've lived through Honda McLaren. What do you think this is? I've been through pain. This ain't 1999. This ain't West McLaren. This ain't even a Vodafone McLaren. This is you have to understand the mental scars that man's endured.
The GP2 engine. What, the GP2 engine? Oh man,
it's insane.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough thing. But yes, Stephen, welcome aboard, mate. We have got a freaking podium. Nia Makwe, man.
That's Nam. Shout out Nam, man. That's my brother from Pitstop, man.
Namke, yeah? Right. Yeah. Considering that almost all Mercedes power units have issues and yet are scoring points, the rest should be scared when they finally get packages right. It's a very good point. It's a very, very good point.
I don't think I never remember we were saying, maybe it's the engine, when we were in Bahrain, because we're thinking, look, and even Jeddah as well, look, the bottom 5 are all Mercedes engine cars. Yeah. What's going on here? When I saw the Williams was the fastest in the speed trap, my eyes lit up. I was like, "Wow, wait, hold on! They got a Mercedes engine. What's going on here?" Yeah, and they were dusting Ferrari engines. So I'm thinking, this might be the one. But ironically, all of the Mercedes-powered cars have just fucked up the aero. So when they do sort it out, like, Mercedes looks really bad. They look really bad on the straights, whatever. But if they manage to stop the porpoising and they could get those top speeds, they're cooking as well.
Do you believe Hamilton when he says he's out of the title race?
I don't believe these guys, man. Do I believe when his tires are gone? So why would I believe when he says he's out of the title race?
Yeah, for real. Man's tires are going 15 minutes into the race, so you're like, come on, bro. Come on.
All the top athletes are generational liars, man. Look at LeBron. LeBron lies all the time, bro. These man, they're gonna lie about these type of situations. And it's good because they take the pressure off themselves, isn't it? But
I got a bone to pick with Lewis anyway for bidding for Chelsea. I got a massive bone to pick with him.
Let's not open Pandora's box.
Video will come out tomorrow, I think. I'm freaking furious about it. He's supposed to be an Arsenal fan bidding at Chelsea. What the hell? No, and the thing is, the weekend that you decide you want to go bid for Chelsea, look where you finished this weekend. You better cancel that. You better cancel that bid now.
Arsenal judge. That was Arsenal judge.
Oh, full on judge. After slapping them on midweek as well, giving them the business at Stamford Bridge. It must be broken. And then man has the cheek, the absolute nerve. Such poor timing as well to bring that one out. Such poor timing. And Serena as well. You need to hold that. If you don't win any Grand Slam this year, boy, you need to hold that.
Hey, listen,
if she competes.
I'm all for our people, our black people making money, man.
No, that's the thing, isn't it?
If it's making money, a little bit of money, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, my Arsenal fandom's coming out there.
Oh, all right, listen. Me, I just hate Chelsea. So my head was killed.
What's the like?
Because I was waiting for Chelsea to go into liquidation, and I was like, hold on, why are people saving them? What's going on here?
I'm waiting still. To be fair, I'm glad. Listen, they're still not sorted out their mess, so let them carry on. Let these delays carry on. I have no problem whatsoever. Let them carry on whatsoever. I have no problem. Trevor says, sorry, you want to say something?
No, I was going to say about Mercedes. Oh, yeah, this question.
Yeah,
can McLaren beat Mercedes in the constructors? Yes, yeah. I will say this. Yeah, if it all depends on Barcelona. Barcelona's the day. TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because if our upgrades work and theirs don't, they're finished. They might as well look at 2023.
Hey, the pressure on that bus, because that's what, a couple of races, isn't it? Is it 2 races?
Yeah, so what? We got Miami and then Barca. It's the next one.
After Miami, then Barca?
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you right now. If as you said there, Mahad, if Mercedes do not get it right and McLaren get it right, you better believe I think McLaren can beat Mercedes this year with their own engine.
The only reason I'll say that is because Mercedes are not going to just be happy being in the midfield. They will literally focus on 2023 so they can go for the title next year. You know what I'm saying? Because if they believed, okay, this car, pack it in, the upgrades are not working. If it gets to the point where they're like in Austria or I don't know, even Spa, and this car is still doing what it's doing now, pack this season in. What's the point? Focus all your energy and stuff like that. And I would say the same for us as well. Pack it in. If we were
there's 19 races to go.
9th or 10th, we would pack it in right now.
But there's 19 races to go. Ain't this the year of the unknown? Ain't this the year of like, look, we're still figuring things out?
That's true, because at the end of the day, if you asked, like we said, if you asked us where we would finish McLaren in Bahrain, we wouldn't be talking about Mercedes. Mercedes finished on the podium in Bahrain. We were nowhere near.
Once. So exactly. No, it's true. It's true.
I'm not saying anything yet. I think the target now is quite clear that Bahrain was a blip and the target's third in the constructors. So if we do get third, I'm very, very happy. But let's just hope the progress and the upgrades and the way we're tweaking the car and the way we're trying to learn how to understand it continues to progress. Because if you look at the upward trajectory of even the time gains each race, we've gained the most time. Like I said previously, we've gained the most time out of any other team. So it's actually going up. And if we follow the development curve that mostly happens when it is new regulations, we could be in a really good place even post summer. So let me see what the Barca thing's saying. If we get to Barca and we're going backwards, then I'm not talking about no constructors.
I need your Barca judge to come forward, bro. Bring that from the Camp Nou. Bring it over, blood. You know them ones.
Hey, Camp Nou's not looking nice right now, man.
I'm not gonna lie, Xavi's done his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, man.
We lost 2 home games in a row, man. I don't even want to talk about Barca. But for real, like,
we need something.
Barca says it all. Barca says it all. And if like, I'm not gonna lie, if Mercedes do a madness and they gain like a second or something like that, they're cooking. They can go for the title.
Then they can go
if you
for
start
it again.
doing them, think about it.
Back on.
All the old heads that are watching right now, think about 2009. Braun was cooking from the jump. Yeah. They got to the point like where Red Bull started to develop. By the time it was mid-season, Red Bull was winning every other race.
Yeah.
They were long run. They had a better car, but it was too late because Braun already won the title because they won so many races. So it really can flip on its head. Right now, like we saw the first 3 races. I think Ferrari had the better car, they're the faster car. Now Red Bull brought one upgrade to Imola, and they absolutely dunked on them.
Dunked. The thing is, they always knew that the car was faster, just provided it made it to the end of the race. Because it shows when Verstappen finishes the race, he wins them. You know the ones. 2 wins in 4.
I said that on our pod. I said, look, Verstappen is a P1, P2 DNF merchant. That's all he does.
It.
He's either finishing P1, P2, or he's not finishing the race.
He's not finishing at all. Yeah. So and that car looks demonic. Honestly, it's another level. So it looks like.
You see when Perez was taking over Norris? We ain't got no chance, man.
Yo, I was telling Norris to back out of this one. This is not your battle. This is not your.
They were telling him that on the radio to just move out of the way because what's the point?
Out of the way. Oh man, listen, man. Listen, man. I don't have any faith in Ferrari, man. They're gonna lose this title, people. They're gonna lose it, constructors and friggin' drivers championship. But let's see. Jay Starship, big up to everybody, by the way, watching right now. Please smash the like button and hit the subscribe channel to join us for more F1 McLaren content like this. Jay Starship, regular on the show. He's a Mercedes fan watching a McLaren live stream for support. Keep it up, guys. You, my friend, are a G, an absolute G. Thank you very much for coming and for joining us, even through this hard times that Mercedes are going through. Big up the Joker. Said join late, but I can't believe 2 weeks ago F1 Twitter was saying Ocon better than Lando. What is going on?
In the wet.
In the wet of all conditions. What are they talking about?
Gasly, K-Mag, or clear Lando.
The Joker. These people
upset me, man.
You see F1 Twitter, yeah, on a reel. I don't know. Like, I thought football was bad. I'm sorry. Formula 1 tops it. I'm not gonna lie. Formula 1 tops it.
I think football, there's a general consensus that people there are people that don't know ball, but there's people that know ball in it. Yeah, and they'll call you out. You get cooked if you say certain things. Yeah. Formula 1, there's just it's like the lack of knowledge is insane, bruv. Or it's like they're not watching what's going on. I don't understand. Like, I don't know why it's even debatable now. Of course, Lando's top 5. This is not debatable anymore.
It's not a debate.
It's not a debate. So
yeah, he's
why
top 5.
Are you bringing names like Gasly? And I love K-Mag. I love Gasly. Why are you bringing these names to me? What's going on?
Yes, what I'm saying. Now you got to diss them just to make Lando's case. You're not even trying to. You don't even want to do that. You don't even want to do that. I mean, what? Go on. Who's top 4? So if Norris is 5, what? Who's 1 and 2?
I'm not putting Norris 5.
I thought you said he's top 5.
I say he's the top 5 just like to appease people. To me, he's top 3. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll put him in top 3. So I'm having Hamilton.
Yeah.
I'm having Verstappen. I'm having Norris. I'm having Leclerc. Then I'm having Alonso still.
Yeah, see,
if Alonso was in one of these cars, like if Alonso was in that Ferrari, yeah, he would have won the race,
bro. You ain't got.
He would at least come on the podium.
You ain't preaching to me, boy. The fandom I've got for Fernando, mate, don't even get me started. My top 5 is the same, but in different order. I'll change Charles for Lando only because I still feel like. Well, winning the race is one thing, isn't it? Like, obviously, sometimes you will even want it with an illegal car, right? But there was when I saw Charles, I thought, no, there's something about this kid, and I feel that way when I saw Lando. It's just that I think with Charles, I just saw it. It was a bit more of an impact. I don't know if it's because he's been put in front of our face a bit more. Because Lando, if you think about it, for somebody who's British, they're waving George's flag more than his.
George is good. I understand. George is cool. Certain times when you look at the narrative, I understand the narrative because George was in a shitbox Williams and he's coming to a Merc and he's doing mad things. So I understand all the fanfare and stuff like that. And I think he's a good driver. And the same with Leclerc. I think he's a very good driver. I think he's got that X factor. But the thing is with Leclerc, the thing is with Norris, he didn't have the explosion like Leclerc onto the scene like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's in a midfield McLaren, and obviously he's grown with the team every year. He's got better and better and better and better. So I think he's on track to even be better than last year. If he keeps doing it, we're seeing the progression. So I don't really see flaws in his driving at all. The flaws that I see in Leclerc's driving happened this weekend. And I've been saying it for years, and he's done it again. So like in that scenario, I've never ever seen, and I said this on our pod on Pit Stop Fracker. Shout out to Pit Stop Fracker.
Big up.
I said I've never seen someone in the championship lead make a mistake chasing down a second driver. What's going on? You don't do them things. So obviously, I'm not gonna. If someone says to me Leclerc's better than Lando, I'll say okay, cool. But I say both of them are top 5. This is not debate.
Yeah. I think in beef, like I'm backing Lando, to be fair, because you make a good point in terms of under the pressure when the fire is on. I see Lando act like it's calm. Like to be third, by the way, in that race, like Bearman could panic in that situation, or even just like his quali lap. You know, people can panic in that situation. Like Leclerc, we've seen Leclerc make mistakes. We've seen even Verstappen make mistakes. We've seen Lewis, Baku make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with Lando, we're yet to really see. You know what I'm saying? Like besides, Russia again. The team needs to bring him in, bruv. Don't ask man what we should do. Yeah, you need to bring him in, and we could have avoided that situation. So I hear you in terms of who do I trust. I trust Lando more than I trust Charles for sure.
People will say, oh, he hasn't got a win. Listen, there's people that are media that have got wins in Formula One. What does that mean to me? Right now, we've not put him as a team in a situation where he can get multiple wins. He's only had one opportunity, and the team fucked up by not telling him come in.
No, exactly.
Multiple occasions. So, do you know what? I'm playing the long game. I'll say what I'm saying now, and then I'll look like I'm some prophet later on.
I definitely.
I'll just wait. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think that Lando will go above Charles for sure. I do think he will, and if I think that, I should put him third. Really.
No. The thing is, I'm doing it now because obviously, I'm hedging my bets. I'm saying, yo, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I must admit though,
if somebody argues with me and says, yo, Leclerc is better, like I just said, I'm not gonna argue with him. But I'm saying later on down the line, I'll be right. When we're doing McLaren Fan TV 2025 and Lando's got 10 wins under his belt, our man gonna tell me, oh, you ain't got a race win. Those people got race wins. Bro, let me go on the list right now. Hamidi Dons that got race wins. Please, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Because sometimes it's just situation. A man are going to tell me Ocon's better than Lando. No chance. Ocon's won a race. I'm not saying Ocon's meaty, but I'm saying just because Ocon won a race, does he mean he's better than Lando? Let's have some nuance with conversations right now.
Is that the race where Vettel came second? Or was that another race?
Oh, yeah, Vettel came second and then he got disqualified.
And he got ditched. Mad thing. Nah, Lando is a gangster. Don't watch that. He's a gangster in waiting, it's for sure. Big up Uzair, man. McLaren guy all day long. Uzair, so what up, people? McLaren looking decent now. Nice to see that podium. Let me tell you, boy. You can't go wrong with that podium. Yeah, it's good to see.
Hey, we love Imola, innit? We love Italy. That's 3 podiums for Norris in Italy.
Is it 3 podiums, yeah?
Yeah, Imola last year, Monza.
Danny Rick's got one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Danny Rick's got a win. So look, last year we got Imola last year, 3rd place. Lando Norris 2nd. Daniel Ricciardo 1st in Monza. And now we've got another 3rd place.
Can't go wrong, and you can't go wrong. Yeah, it's good to see.
Can I ask Ferrari if they've got any podiums in the last year in Italy?
It's all mad. It's all mad. How many podiums have Ferrari got in Italy in the last year? Listen, man, we keep it moving. We come up there and collect 2 podium places out there. Yeah, no problem with me. As I say, if Mercedes don't fix their issues by around Austria time, they are out of the championship. You're giving it till Austria, yeah? You're giving it till Austria.
I think Austria's June, in it. July.
I'm having a look now. Austria is it's in July.
It's in July. Hey, that's good. The longer, if it's July and your car is still porpoising, then you're doing madness.
See you later.
You're finished, man.
Which, by the way, I was looking at the way, like when Leclerc, I think, overtook Norris.
Yeah.
The way that car was bouncing, you could hear the floor scraping the floor. The floor of the car scraping the track. I was like, nah, they need to sort that out. That felt uncomfortable. It looked uncomfortable. The way the men are just bouncing, bro. They're saying, look, you're going to have to just take this heat.
George said he had back pain and headaches after the race. So, boy, you're not looking at... That man are going to get CTE like it's NFL, bro. You just need to chill out, man. You just sort your drivers out, bro. Thank God we haven't got the porpoising, but I don't know. The scary thing that I'm worried about for our team is we ain't got porpoising because we ain't got downforce. Second we get downforce, we're going to be bouncing all over the gaff.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want that to happen.
That's the thing. Well, it's like, what would you rather? Which evil would you rather have?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna be tough, man. I don't know. But I wonder what we'll see with Mercedes, because honestly, I'm giving them, man, until Spain. Like, if the upgrade ain't lit, see you later, bro. See you later. Elliot Crossan says, this is not like last year. The best way of developing your 2023 car is to focus on 2022, because the cars next year will be a direct development of what teams learn on the track this year. Big up to yourself, Elliot. Good point. Great point there. Again, you know, you might turn, because great point he's made there, because when you look at Ferrari, once they knew 2020 was an absolute mess, they said, bun that, we're going to do new regulation change, not even 2021. So 2021, 2020, they kind of just said, nah, forget it. We're going to bin it and then focus on a brand new reg. And that's why they look so good right now. I wonder if you decide to try and develop next year's car, it's like, well, hang on a minute. A lot of it revolves around this one. Do you know the one? So
because this is the cars we're going to be stuck with, innit?
We're going to be stuck with this now. And that's the thing. That's the only problem I have with regulation changes in the past anyway. When one team gets it right, they're gone. That's it. They're gone. Hence the dominance of Red Bull. Hence the dominance of Mercedes. You know what I mean? Like, once one team gets it, you're just like, oh, for flip's sake. You know what I mean? By the time they change it, by the time they get to change the regulations, everyone's now done a decent step. Because last year, when you look at it, I'm sitting there watching, Red Bull finally caught up with Mercedes, and then we want to throw these regulations out. And I'm like, oh, for flip. You know, it seems to happen all the time. Yeah. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I hear you, because now I'm thinking back, like a reference back to 2009. 2009, obviously, Braun did the man thing. Yeah. Then, like I said, Red Bull was cooking at the end of that year. Then they won 4 in a row because they actually smashed the regulations. So there could be a team right now that's not in contention.
And then 2012, by the way, remember how good that title race was?
Exactly.
And here we go. Let's throw a brand new set of regs in there as well.
We'll see what happens. I think it's a bit of an unknown. I think shout out to Elliot. I think that's a really good point there. I think
it's a very good point.
If you're in and about the front at the moment, and you're not really that, let's say you're third or you're fourth, or whatever, you would kind of carry on developing this car because you need it to work for next year. Yeah. And you kind of experimented. You kind of saw it last year with Ferrari. Ferrari, they were just working on the engine. Because that's the same engine they got right now. And they were working on that E10 fuel and I have to deal with that. And now they're cooking.
They need to sort out that porpoising, and then they'll be fine. They'll be more or less ready to go and challenge Red Bull like toe to toe, pace for pace. Because that Red Bull is a rocket. It's an absolute rocket. It just needs to stay on the grid.
Yeah.
Steven says the new cars definitely make things a lot more interesting. Oh, absolutely. Man said even the Haas looks good. You know them ones, yeah? Even the Haas looks good, boy. You know, he said the little white Ferrari that could. What
They're calling it the white Ferrari, in it on the paddock.
What do you think of those comments?
I hear it, but the game is the game, innit?
The game is the game. I mean, listen, pink Mercedes, I was here for it all day long. I was here for it.
Yeah, they were cooking. Man saying Stroll get pole. What the hell's going on here?
What? Are you mad? Nah, man, I was here for it all year long, man.
I wish we had a sister team, McLaren. We'll be testing all their stuff, all our new stuff on them, and then just cooking from there, man. So
no, for sure.
It's just enviness. And obviously our team's the number one team to dispute anything. We're going to FA about everything.
Everything. K-Mag with Haas's best quali ever. Is it their best quali? Well, yeah, P4.
4. He was only like margins off Lando. He was very close to Lando. So
man, big up to Kevin Magnussen, man.
Shout out to K-Mag, man.
K-Mag doing bits. Uzair says these cars in general just look very nice aesthetically. See, I'm still struggling with this. I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you not like it, man?
The front wing, cuz. Yeah, couple of things. The front wing, especially, when they show the side view, like I put a side view of the car, you see this big block at the front. Don't like it. When I see Red Bull's one and I see the yellow nose, I'm not liking it. When I see, what's the other thing I see that I don't like? Oh, obviously the friggin' whatever that bloody thing is over the tire. That stuff, those three things are annoying me still.
I don't like the thing over the tire.
The body though, I've got used to, like when I look at Red Bull's body, when I look at even McLaren's, I look at even the Ferraris. I like the look of all of them, but even the Ferrari, the nose it looks too long. I think it's just because it's one color, but it looks so long, and I'm just like aesthetically, I'm not there. I'm not gonna lie.
Aesthetically, in Imola, it looks ugly because the track's too small. Brother, Imola, man, I'm not gonna lie. Imola, shout outs to everyone that plays F1 games and sim games. That track is a fun track to race on. It's a quality. It's a very fun track. But to watch racing was unwatchable in 05. Look how tall all the cars were. So why are we still going there? In these massive balls.
Oh, it's why we left, didn't it? We left it, and then it's only when China were like, "Yo, we ain't running no Formula One this year." In 2020, then we had to bring it back. We had to bring that back, boy. You know the ones. It's nostalgia. It was one of those where it kind of ran. It's done its thing now. Is it time to move on from Imola, or do we need to have it? Do we need to still keep it?
I wanted to, do you know what? I love Imola because obviously of nostalgia playing the games and stuff like that. But I wanted to see Imola with the new cars, and Imola with the new cars is not popping. It's not the one. It's not the one. People were moaning saying, you remember in the race they were like, "Oh, why did they not turn DRS on? Turn DRS on." Da, da, da. Yeah. Listen, there's no DRS or not. You're gonna get a train. Who's overtaking? What's going on here? Yeah, you can only overtake in turn one. What the hell's going on here?
It's why we had to rate the overtakings that took place. Like if there was one that took place, but you had to grab that one. You just had to say, yeah,
Magella's better than this track.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Magella's first year, I remember like we were friggin' amazed by it. It was. I was all for it, man. Yo, this is wild. Poochie Head, big up yourself, man.
Shout out Poochie Head, man.
That wild picture, man. That picture is wild. Jay Starship says top 3 without winning a race. Mahad. Ah, no, he's gone for it. He's gone for the Norris. He's done it.
I already explained myself.
Someone's bitten there.
Keep that comment.
Top 5 according to Elliot. Hamilton, Verstappen, Alonso, Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Ricciardo, and Sainz are close.
Why Russell instead of Norris?
Yeah.
Why? Ricciardo, I think he's underrated right now, but we'll see. Sainz, I've not really rated him. I didn't rate him when we had him. Like
he's just a very good 7 out of 10 driver. I think
he's good. He's good for Formula One. But do I see him winning championships or anything like that? No. Ricciardo's better than Sainz. We've seen the ceiling of Ricciardo already. Ricciardo was a demon at Red Bull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Russell, Norris.
I won't lie. You see the
Russell's impressing me.
The whole thing about the car or the driver, and when Russell jumped into that Mercedes in Sakir and duppied Bottas, I said, yo. Yes, it's Bottas. Agreed. But I'm sitting there like, yo, hang on a minute, man. Because even I was like, nah, come on. He can't be this good. It can't be this good. Do you know the ones? But listen, he's doing a bloody good job this season. And if it continues, listen, we have to put some more respect on George Russell's name.
I think as they grow up, as they get older, we'll see the differences between Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, and Norris, and see where the progression is.
That's a good 4, isn't it? That's a bloody good 4, that is.
Like Norris is significantly younger. Obviously, he's raced against Russell in F2, and obviously Russell won, but Russell's older than him, so we'll see who progresses quicker. I think Russell is a very good driver, and we'll see where he goes from there. One thing I will say is Verstappen's got a very, very, very heavy advantage over these guys because he's got so many years of experience.
Yeah, started when he was 17, 16 maybe?
Yeah, I think like it was 2015. It was 8 years ago, 7 years ago. It was ridiculous how long ago it was.
Fast, isn't it?
And for you to have that much F1 experience, he's had that opportunity to be like in the midfield or on the upper midfield, make all those mistakes and spin out and stuff like that. I don't really see him make unforced errors like how Leclerc made an error like on the curb. I don't think he makes errors in judgment when he's doing overtaking and wheel-to-wheel battles, but just randomly spinning out in a race. I've not seen that in the last year.
And I think to your point, he has got the, when you say 8 years of experience, you think, bloody hell, that's a lot of laps under his belt. And, we have to wait until Leclerc's done his 5, 6, 7 years, because that's just what comes with, comes with time, isn't it? Because he was a bit rushed, wasn't he, back in the day, Verstappen? I felt like he was a bit, he rushed it. He rushed it a bit too much. He was a Ute. Exactly. What can you say to him? Like, he's
one thing I will say is I think that's why I kind of want Mercedes and McLaren to be good as well, because then we can get better judgment. Because it's all good and well, really doing well in the midfield and getting your fifths and your sixths and stuff like that. But when you got race wins on the line and how you deal with that situation, that kind of shows the mettle of the man. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I don't think Russell and Norris have really had loads of opportunities to do that. But Verstappen and Leclerc this year and 2019 have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, I'm excited to see that clash of those 4 youngsters, including Verstappen in that mix. I'm excited to see those 4 swing it out. Trevor says Lando is still the youngest or second youngest on the grid.
Yeah, I think he's second youngest. Yuki's younger than
what? Him. Is he younger than Stroll?
Yeah, he's younger than Stroll.
Is he? Yeah, I don't know why I always.
Yeah, Yuki's the youngest. Lando's the second youngest, and people don't ever take that into account for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, Yuki's the youngest.
The people think Norris is 24, 25, like the rest of these guys. He's not.
Yeah,
Yuki's the youngest. Yuki's a Ute, man. Yuki had a fantastic weekend. Shout out to Yuki, man.
Yeah, big up to Yuki Tsunoda, man. He had an absolutely good, very good weekend, especially because this time last year in Imola, he had a horror show. I remember when he duppied his car last year. I think in quali.
Horrible.
Was it even in practice? I can't remember.
Crashed in the same place as Leclerc.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Charles was just copying Mika in 1999.
Don't say that, man.
What's he saying, man?
Do you remember Mika 99 Imola when he crashed out from the lead?
That's not the one when he went away and he sat down by himself.
Yeah.
Is it that one? Oh.
Man's in the lead and he binned it, man. Why are you reminding me? I was a Ute, man, as well. I was upset.
I was a Ute, boy. I remember those days. I was like, oh, for goodness, I remember. I used to be proper ants. Whenever Mika was in the lead, I used to get so nervous. But then I used to love it when he was hunting man. When he was hunting guys down, I thought, yeah, he's the man. When he was in the lead, I used to get worried, man. When he started crying and that, I said, nah, this is not good for my mental health, man. As a kid, that's trauma. That's trauma I don't need.
It's nervous, man. Nervous hours, B.
Jay Starship says, I will delete my comment above, but I'm standing 10 toes down on it. How can you say such a thing, man?
Get the hell out. He knows already.
That is absurd scenes. Uzair says, I hate Imola as a racetrack, but I'll take that podium still. Listen, what? Of course I would, boy.
He knows the vibes.
You know the vibes, man. Big up to everybody that's watching right now. Please smash the like button as well as hitting subscribe if you like Formula One content and you like to talk about McLaren, people. We'll be talking about McLaren every Tuesday after a race weekend, 7 p.m. UK time, talking all things from a McLaren's point of view. Trevor says cars are way too big nowadays for decent racing at Imola. Your thoughts? What about
man?
Monaco?
These are boats.
What's Monaco going to be like? Do you know what I mean?
These are boats, man.
Yeah, that's the boats.
I think there's a bit of a lag, but I know I'm getting the point across. It's boats. Imola, get this track off the trip calendar, man.
Yeah, no, I got you. I think there is a lag, but I got you all the way, man. I got you all the way. Rubinho says, as soon as these men hit podium, you see the sun glow on their skin. I hear it. Respect. Ferrari Rubinho, what are you telling me, man? Huh? What are you telling me? He was talking championship.
Vitamin D hitting me.
What? You see the light, blood? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm here, boy. I big up to Rubinho, man. Big up to Rubinho. Hot Hex Hooper, just fire, yeah? What? That Lando Norris performance? You're damn right it was. McLaren on the up, 100%. Man. We can't knock it. Last couple before we bounce, because of course we've been on for an hour, and obviously Ramadan settings for Mahad, so you know what time it is. Poochie Head says, thoughts on Lando's tactical crash in quali. Listen. We all know what time it was.
We respect that. We respect that.
Respect it. Listen, Charles at Monaco, yeah?
I was like, I saw it, and I was like, good lad.
You know there was. All right, but keep it tidy. Don't make it too bait. I was there like, don't make it too obvious. For goodness sake, Lando, pump the brakes, bro. So yeah, listen, we were all for it, mate. We were all for it. Best looking car since '08, in my opinion. We're here again. Yeah, we're here to the best looking cars again. I loved.
I liked. What did you like? I think I liked the first turbo hybrid aero cars. You know, the one that was kind of smaller. You know, when it was like Hamilton Rosberg, 14 to 16. I liked it when it was like tiny. They look nippier.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite looking car at the moment, I think, it's got to be 2020. Like I like 2020. I like 2013. I liked 2014 would have been fine if just those noses, man. If everybody patterned those noses, 2020,
double nose.
Yeah, some people had the double nose. Some had like a friggin', I don't even know what to call it, but they had those bare innuendos with those noses. I swear down. Yeah, like, I don't know. 08 is like it was their type of thing. Because even he says, 09 to 2021. I know Uzair did not like that period, especially 17, 18 maybe. These cars look sleek, but yeah, I wish the front wings were a bit lower. I can't lie. Yeah, man, I think the front wings this year are a bit. But I'm trying to think what's my favorite looking like, because I love the chrome Vodafone McLarens of like the 2012. I liked when Perez was in the McLaren in 2013, but then the Red Bull in 2014 looked really good. There's so many I like different cars in different periods of time. Like I liked Ferrari's 2019. Yeah. I thought that was really good. But yeah, it's difficult. Mercedes is 2020 car though, and 2019 car. Those two cars.
The W11, the black one.
The W11 was the black one, and the W10. I mean, those two cars. I just looked at those like it just was like it was built to perfection. Unbelievable look. And yeah, man, it's. But I like Red Bulls last year. You know the ones. Red Bull had a sick one last year. It's difficult. I can't really. I can't pick a period where I say, look, all the cars are banging this year. This is the one done. But I think my most favorite is 2020. Those are my favorite. I think that's overall because I think everybody looked good that year.
Yeah. I can agree with that. That's in my top three at least.
Yeah, it's under. We'll look back at 2020 and think, rah, man, what a car that was. What cars they were that year. Kwame says one thing with development is P's though. That's where Braun struggled compared to RB in 09 when they fell off. So teams like Haas, Alpha might fall off as well. Just a prediction. Good point, Kwame.
The salary cap, innit? So they have limited the amount of money you can spend.
So does that mean Mercedes won't be as good as we expect them to develop because of caps?
I kind of predicted this at the beginning of the season.
Ferrari.
Prior to preseason, I said Mercedes, like, if they do mess it up, they don't have the luxury of throwing money at it anymore to try to sort out the problem.
Yeah, you did say this at the beginning of the season. You did.
And that salary cap kind of hampers them at this moment in time.
Makes it more entertaining, more fun. I tell you what, I'm here for it, mate. Rubinho says still need to change your colors. Listen, ideally, can we get that Golf livery back from last year? Just bring that, bruv. Just bring that, make that the main one, or even a substitute car. But I can't get away from the chrome and the Vodafone chrome, man. I can't get away from it. That's my favorite.
Do you know what I want? I want them to bring back the West livery for Silverstone. One off.
What the one off? What
Lando and Danny on the side?
Ooh. You know what? Yeah, Zach Brown. You see Zach Brown. He's such a commercial guy. He will pull off something like that. Don't sleep on him.
Look at Zach Brown's header on Twitter. If you're watching, look at his header on Twitter.
My guy is a gimmick, bruv. He loves gimmicks, bruv. That guy.
Look at the header. The header is the West McLaren.
Is it?
That's a clue for what the exclusive thing's gonna be this year.
I wonder what he was like when he was younger, bruv. I bet he was a nutcase. Yo, he's got the West thing. Yeah, he's got the Mika. You see Zach, yeah? Okay, Zach. I'm watching you, bro. I'm watching you. Yeah, he's full of gimmicks. He's a commercial. He should go to Man United. He'll be perfect for Manchester United. Honestly, he'll be perfect. He's Ed Woodward, bro. Swear down. No, he is a commercial guy through and through. Definitely that West is coming back. Definitely. He can't put Mika on his header like that. There's no way.
That's a clue for what our special livery is going to be. It's going to be Lando and Danny on the side.
Where? Will it be in Miami? Will it be like in America or will it be in England?
I think it's England, man. Silverstone or something.
It'll be England. Because I think he's got something for America, man. I think he's got something
that
for
could be America. That would be cold.
Like whether it's Miami next week, the following weekend, or whether it's Austin, I don't know. Yeah. But he's got something lined up. I don't, you could always count on Zach Brown. Kwame says Imola, yeah, way too small. All these men binning it on white lines, not even curbs. Didn't they keep trying to change corners and improve racing, and we're still here.
1,000,000%. And I'm telling people this now, and I don't want to sound like an old head here. I think the intelligent levels of drivers have gone down. Some of the young drivers, they're just dumb.
Nah, facts. Do you know what? Facts. I think that's true,
Like, if you're in Imola and it's been trucking it down, yeah, the curbs are wet, bro. Why are you driving over curbs?
It's logic, no? So it's just
so when they were in the warm down room, remember when Perez and Lando and Verstappen were in the warm down room? They looking on the TV at Leclerc's crash. Like, why are you driving over the curbs? They said, I don't do that. It's raining.
Hey, you see Lando? You see when Fernando saw Charles go out?
Oh, that's top hating. He's a hater, man. He's a legendary hater, man.
Hey, Fernando Alonso, bro. He's a shameless guy, bro. He's a shameless guy. No one can chat to him,
You know he hates Ferrari as well on the low.
Yeah, he does. He hates Ferrari on the low because of what they gave him. He can't believe what he was offered. I don't think we need more than one Italian circuit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Mugello and Monza will take. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I love that. Elliot says Russell beat Norris in F2 and is performing incredibly well this season. He is so far. Agreed. No, we can't argue there. It's a long season to go. Let's see where they both finish. I wonder actually where Mr. Norris will finish at the end of the season, because he's ahead of Bottas, he's ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Ocon, ahead of Magnussen, who we've been raving about. Your Gasly's in 13th, people. Just saying. But even Fernando Alonso can't pick up a point to save his life either, to be fair. So, but it's a long season. It's a long season ahead, people. It's a long season ahead. Steamer says, do you guys think Latifi's drive will be given to somebody like Piastri next year?
For the love of the sport, please.
So I was saying on previous streams before that I don't want to see my man get wasted in a car like that. That was my only issue with Piastri going there. Piastri needs to be in Formula One. Let's make no mistake about it. But if we throw him in that Williams, I know Albon is pulling out nuts and bolts, but is it more Albon or is it the Williams car actually is decent and Latifi's rubbish? I think it's the fact that Albon is dragging that car to the hills. A very mature drive from Albon so far this year. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see another Mick Schumacher situation. Like, we like Mick, but let's keep it a buck. How can Magnussen come out from the blue and be dupping you like this? We don't want to see this on Mick. We should be seeing Mick doing better than what he's doing now. Personally, in my opinion. I don't know. Am I being harsh on that?
I want to start a conversation about Mick Schumacher and Latifi, but I'm waiting. I want to give him a little bit longer.
I just don't want to see
you know them man that are like, I've got the gun loaded. I'm just waiting. I'm just like, let me give you some time before Latifi. I already sent off shots. Latifi shouldn't be in the sport. I'm not. Maybe keep 100, yeah. Because if we're keeping it at 100 about Formula One, it should be the top 20 drivers in the world. Yeah,
correct.
Latifi is not a top 20 driver in the world.
He's not. In fact,
so
Kimi's better than him. Yeah, so why is he here?
100%.
Exactly. Why is he here? You know, I'll have Kvyat over him. You know them ones. Kvyat's nowhere near top 20. I'll have Kvyat over him. You know what I'm saying? So
I've had Bearman over it. What's going on here? There's man that are driving in. There's man that are driving an IndyCar that's better than him. What's happening?
Listen,
right now, man?
After 4 races, Mick Schumacher has no points on the board. Stroll has points.
I'm not saying nothing about Mick. I'm not saying nothing about Mick. I said it on Twitter today on the Pit Stop account. I said after Baku, if this brother's got less than 2 points, that's it.
We're on. It's game on. Joe Guan Yu's got a point. Vettel has 4. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That is all I'm saying. So Piastri has to be in Formula One, we agree. But I'm concerned for that Williams. Unless it progresses over time, If the Williams gets good, get Piastri in ASAP. No problem. No problem. Considering Williams don't really need any more money. Well, listen, yeah, we should get Latifi out of there. I think we agree. We should get Latifi out of there. But I just don't want to see a Mick Schumacher situation at Williams with Piastri because that'll break my heart. That'll break my heart.
What do you think? What do you think of that situation? I heard there's a rumor right now that there's going to be a driver swap mid-season. Who do you think is going to be?
As I look through the grid, yeah, I don't know, man. You'd think it's Latifi, really.
No, so, but why would they swap him? He would. Wait, I'm thinking it has to be two drivers. It's going to be two drivers that are going to stay in Formula One, but they're just changing teams.
Oh, you're saying there's going to be a mix?
People are saying it's Carlos Sainz.
What? There's a team within the mix there that are staying in. So there's no new person in Formula One. It's going to be what's there.
No, they said so. There was a rumor. Let me say this: there was a rumor that somebody's leaving. Yeah. And then so that's probably going to be like they're leaving at the end of the season. They're not going to come back. Right. And then there's going to be a driver swapping teams with another driver.
Do you know who springs to mind whenever I get scared or nervous for somebody? The first person that comes to mind is Ocon. It's the first one that comes to mind always. Because it's never settled for him. Remember, this is a Mercedes development driver who was in a Renault, who was in a Racing Point, you know what I'm saying, was out of Formula One for a year for no reason, really. For no reason. He was just out of Formula One. And it was Toto Wolff's magic that we saw in Drive to Survive that dragged him back into Formula One, right? I get nervous around him. I always get worried because something always goes on. Who's your money on? Who's your mindset on?
This is so random, but I think it's Gasly and Albon.
Woo!
I think they're going to swap.
Mate, Red Bull are known for being radical. So, wow, Gasly.
Maybe, I don't know. They, like Red Bull's always been very, very high on Albon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe they're thinking we need to keep him in the program.
How do we get him back in?
And obviously Gasly wants out. Gasly wants out, and then he could probably be a free agent after that Williams season, whatever. And then he can go sign with whoever, like whether it would be Mercedes, whatever. But
would you take Gasly over Ricciardo?
It's a way of retaining. It's a way of retaining Albon services.
No, you make a good point. Would you take Gasly over Ricciardo?
No comment. I can't comment on that. I need to see more of Ricciardo. If it was some random, if it was like Ricciardo wants to go back to Alpine and he wants to sort of Fernando Alonso, I'll take that all day, man. Come through, man. Come through, Alonso, man. Come through.
I will drive you myself, Fernando. Are you mad? Just say the word, bro. I'll be there, cuz. I'll be there. I'll drive you, Fernando, yeah? I'll bring you to Woking, my G. Of course. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. No comment. I felt that one. I think I know exactly what you're saying. Elliot, says, what did you guys think of Mika's comments about Lewis? As a Lewis fan who respects Mika, I was pretty pissed off. Was it as it seems? The comment looked wild.
Hey, listen, Mika,
to the point where I was like,
Mika's got to tell us.
Go on, Mika, what?
Mika's like, I don't know. You can't be doing chatty patty, man.
I need to look at these comments again because
maybe it's his job. He's a pundit wherever he is, isn't it?
Yeah. Didn't he deny the comments as well, by the way?
Who denied it?
As in Mika saying, that's not what I meant.
Mika said it.
What he like, that's not what I was trying to say. Like, I swear he backtracked, man. I swear he backtracked. I don't know.
Yeah, because Hamilton dealt with him. That's why, bro.
He caught strays, yeah? He caught strays.
He got
very strange. So, yeah, God, sorry.
And listen, when you're an old man, yeah, and you're not in Formula One no more. If I was an ex-Formula One driver, I'll be talking shit all day long about these drivers. I'll be your Gary Neville's, your Roy Keane's of the world.
Especially when you're a two-time champion. You know that was. Especially if you're a two-time champion, you would do. I can't find the comments, man. I'm trying to find the article again. But yeah, I don't know. Like, a part of me, it was so wild that I thought, nah, he didn't mean it like that. He can't have. That's not the Mika I know, man. That's not the Mika I know. You know what I'm saying? What, saying that he's
Pundit Mika, you know, I don't like it.
I don't like this. I don't like the smell. I don't like the smell of that. I must admit, I don't like the smell of that. But yeah, no. Listen, if they were to be as it says, you know what I'm saying about him, you know, was it the sulking thing? Like, you know, like, man, I don't know. It's weird, man. I can't.
Hey, listen,
I can't quite.
Any Merc fan, they're delusional if they think if the car is meaty, if it's like meaty this year and meaty next year, this guy will go, man. He'll go to another team, man. What do you think this is? Lewis will go to another team. Why would you not think he would not go to another team? Especially if they're offering them money and they're offering them the situation, right? Like the right car. Let's not be delusional here, man. Drivers change team all the time.
They do. No, they do. He says, I wonder how Lewis behaves in team meetings. I bet he's sulking. I can imagine the sulking. There's a lot of complaining and whining. And now starts the natural process for drivers. Where should I go? Should I go elsewhere? Blah, blah. See, I don't take it as people were like, he was trying to attack Lewis. That's not how I took it. I took it as a man who's been in Lewis's position before. And he's like, I bet this is what's going to go on. I bet this is how the conversation is going. He's complaining, he's whining, but not in that way that we take it. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to be nice to Mickey. I got a lot of time for Mika. Let me tell you. I got a lot of time.
Yeah. That's my top three, man. He's in my top three, man.
He's my top three.
You know them ones where like Lewis is in my top three and Mika's in my top three. I can't be doing this right now. I ignored all. Yeah, I did a blind eye. I said I'm not reading this comment.
Is it Fernando? Is it Fernando the other one?
No, you know, it's JPM still.
One Pabs, yeah.
Man,
Pabs. Like one. I'm
no championship. I don't care. It's in my top three. I don't care.
That's the thing that's disappointing me. Where's my title, man? Where's my title, bro? Oh, anyway, yeah. That's our thoughts on the Mika comments. The racing at Imola since they changed the layout in the mid-90s was never good, though. I mean, you know, like so you're saying the pre-94 layout was better.
Before my time, bro.
Yeah, before that, I ain't watched no race before then. Mercedes W11 was the best looking car since the McLaren MP423. Why have I forgotten what that is? The MP423. MP4.
Vodafone, in it? MP423.
Listen, yeah, I think it is a Vodafone. I'm just trying to remember what year that is. I do it by years. So what year is this? I can see. I'm looking at it right now. It's the 09. You like the 09 McLaren? I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't like it.
It's not bad.
I've already said that I don't like Vodafone. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did.
All the Vodafones, I don't like them.
Right, let me rattle through these comments because bear of you been commenting. Thank you very much as well. Smash the like button, please, and subscribe to the channel. I still love the 2008, says Stephen. This year's Merc would have looked awesome in the 2019 or 2020 livery. Yeah, I mean, 2019 is kind of what it kind of looks like, but a bit more of the maroon burgundy kind of color. I like the way that they've mixed that up together. The Ineos red is ugly. What? I'm just literally bigging that up. Man said it's ugly. I like the Ineos red. I think it looks buff. I
know the Ineos red is on this new car. It's a disgrace. Why is it there, man?
Oh my god, are you serious, bro? That's one of the things I like about that car. Wowza. 2017 cars are clear. Best looking of the hybrid era. I had a shark fins and T-wing fetish. That's the thing. Yeah, if you were that guy, then fair enough, man. Like, what comes to mind is it
no comment,
the Ferrari? Huh?
No comment on that one still.
You know them way there. Oh yeah, forgot about salary cap. You don't know, Kwame.
It's gonna dust a lot of people, you know.
It will catch people out. That's for sure. It will catch people out. Uzair says, I actually liked the Barcelona livery. The current livery has too much black, in my opinion. No, that's what makes it good, no?
Make the whole thing black.
Huh?
Make the whole thing black.
Hey, what? Arrows ting, yeah?
You remember the orange livery?
What, Jos Verstappen,
Jos Verstappen and that.
Who was the other driver in that car?
I forgot the name, bro. Let me find out.
I'm trying to think. Jos Verstappen and who? Who was the other Don? I'm trying to think. You have a look at that in the meantime. Lando and Daniel on the side pod would look dope. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, definitely would. Lando, Daniel. Just laughing. My fantasy team has had a great stinker. Do you know I haven't looked at the fantasy team since I started it at the beginning of the season? I can't lie.
Woo! My fantasy team. Guess who I had? I had Verstappen. I had Leclerc, turbo driver. I had Norris. I had Bottas. I had Alonso. Alonso killed me. Alonso killed me, man.
Alonso's killing guys.
All my guys
Alonso's
finished in the top 6, bruv.
I have not touched my fantasy since week 1. That's a madness. I gotta go have a look at it and try and update that. I can't lie. That's what I'm like with fantasy teams. Whenever I do like football or whatever, I'm there like I'm in. And then all of a sudden, can't find it. Can't be asked to. I just forget about it, actually. I just forget about it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Spike, man, Spike. Come on time, brother.
Come on. Yeah, next time. Next time for Miami. You better be ready. Uzair says Mick Schumacher is wasting that Haas at the moment. Ooh, he's not much better than Latifi right now. Ooh.
Hey, Uzair. Let's keep it calm. Let's give him half a season, and then we'll
let it marinate.
And then we'll talk about it.
Let it marinate for a bit.
Let that sit on a bit, man.
Yeah, I'm saying
let's stay in there. Year. I always give people a rookie year. He's had the rookie year now. Well, if it gets to Spa, and this guy is got maybe like I don't know a tenth of the points of Magnussen, we're gonna have a conversation.
We need to talk. Big up AMG Dens. You're done though. Make sure you go check out his channel. All the driving you can see, man. All the people, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he's got the content coming out right there, right now. Yeah, big up McLaren Fan TV. You done know AMG. Listen, what you saying, cuz? Huh? I ain't seen you for time, bro.
Bring him on in, man. Come on next McLaren Fan TV. Come on, bro.
Yeah. He has to come on. Because he needs to talk. We need to talk about Mercedes. That was a title on Drive to Survive about Ferrari, wasn't it? We need to talk about Ferrari. How about we talk about Mercedes at some point as well? Steven says, yeah, Piastri does deserve a really good car. The kid is a beast. No word of a lie. We can't have him wasting in the Williams. We can't have that. Make sure you drop a like on the stream and support my brothers. Listen, big up yourself. Make sure you do subscribe to his channel as well if you want to watch some simulation racing. This guy, yeah, he is Mercedes to the wall, fam. Whether it's the road car, whether it's the team, it's like, yeah, he's all in. He's all in. Make sure you go check out his gaming content. Poochhead says, this got me thinking. There must have been a championship-capable car in the past of F1 where both drivers were so bad no one ever knew.
No comment. I've got some ideas, but...
Jordan? Williams?
No, Jordan, they had Frentzen. Frentzen's good, man.
Heights, Harold Frentzen. Holy smokes.
He's a hooper, man.
People are saying, look, 2018 Ferrari? 18 Ferrari. You reckon it was a championship winning car? See, I was saying Williams, you know what I'm saying? Pastor Maldonado. Who was the other Williams driver? It was Pastor and who?
I remember there was Lotus and it had Grosjean and Raikkonen and them man were cooking.
Bro, the gold Lotus, yeah, the black and gold Lotus, them man were eating. The Lotus Renault was cold. That 2013, yeah, cold. I reckon that car could have finished the close, but to the Lotus if it had two decent drivers. Maybe so. Uzair says, not going to lie, I didn't expect these comments from Mika. Seemed a bit out of character for someone who usually mild-mannered like him. That's why I'm not taking it in the way that people are taking it. I genuinely think like he's saying something else. I want to think that anyway. Let me put that. I want to think that. Uzair says, yeah, definitely. That 2012 Williams had some decent pace, to be fair. Listen, Maldonado won a race, okay? That tells you everything you need to know. Are you sure it wasn't Pelmet Parko who said those comments? You know, it was. If it came from him, then you'd be like, yeah, 30. Uzair says, I didn't take much issue with the changing teams bit. It was the sulking, complaining, whining bit that surprised me. I think that's what surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what surprised me as well.
That's what surprised. But I don't think he meant it like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know. It's the translation in English. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Second language. I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt. I'd agree with the point about Lewis Hamilton considering moving teams. And I am a fan of Hamilton. I am a Hamilton fan, not a Merc fan. I would support him even if he went to Red Bull. But Mika is being a bit of a D with sulking and with the sulking thing. Okay, fair enough. People don't take that well.
The majority of F1 drivers are dickheads. When it comes to when it comes to them type of arrogance and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Lewis is one of the exceptions. He's not really like that, but they all got a bit of ego about themselves, even if they're retired.
Yeah, man. I'll never forget when Vettel was like, wasn't even apologetic for Marty 21. I said, I took the opportunity, I saw him, and I passed him.
Right, listen, people don't remember that. They just remember Vettel picking up litter, bro.
They just know picking up little sustainability Vettel, Ukraine Vettel. That's what they know, bro. they don't know what this guy was nasty in the cut with the Red Bull.
Oh man,
a man's got that. What's that helmet he had last year with the ocean with all the pink things on there? He had the ocean and allow it, bro, allow it. The W11 had a nice livery, but the actual car looked boxy and bulky to me. Amazing car though. Up there with the F2004 and MP44. Yeah. The MP44 was lit. Was absolutely lit. Now MP3 was the McLaren 2008. Oh, MP4 23. Was it 23?
They're legendary cars, but they're all ugly to me. I can't lie.
Them ones are all ugly. The 2008 McLaren was the one for Elliot. Yeah, the W13 has too many colors: silver, teal, red, blue, neon yellow. It's a mess. Listen, blame Lewis Hamilton for that neon yellow. What's he doing with that neon? You know what I'm saying? What's he doing with that neon? Get that neon off.
Karting helmet in it. But
I don't like.
There's a lot going on in it.
There's a lot going on. I mean, listen, black overalls in a silver car. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. Steven says, yeah, bro, you can be a one-time champion and talk S all day. Just look at Nico Rosberg. Yo, Rosberg, yeah? Did you hear man on commentary, bruv? Nah, that guy, bruv. I want George to say that he's done Lewis. He's beaten Lewis. And I'm thinking, yo, Nico, yeah?
No,
Coach, man. Relax,
you know
bro.
That's what. He's PR63 for a reason, bro. He's not going to do them things, man.
No, for sure. For sure.
That was there's other drivers on the grid right now, including Lando. If he was in the same situation as Russell, he'd be talking smack.
Man.
He's playing the political situation right now.
Yo, Benodi, you know. Remember this, Don? Wow. Alonso had some S luck this season, to be fair. Yeah, he has. Listen, I can't believe he's got as low points as he does. He just needs to get that package together. Spike says pre-94 was better at Imola, but that's mainly because the cars were smaller. Had some cool races at Imola, like 82 between Villeneuve and Pironi. To be fair, guys, I'm at work and it's not an office job. Nah, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. I swear you're from the States as well, no?
My bad, bro. My bad, Spike.
Listen, be on time. Listen, hey, it's Miami next week, yeah? It's Miami next week, so let's see. Let's see if you'll be all right. Yes, Vettel bottled 2018 with 7 mistakes, and Kimi was way past his prime that year. Although he had the best season since 2013. Yeah, actually, that's a good shout. You know that 2018 Ferrari, because Vettel was having a Western. That's when I was raising questions. Eyebrows were being questioned, and 2019 confirmed this guy's done. But that 2018 season, yeah, to be fair, when you got up way past Kimi, you could have a shout there, you know. Had he had an Alonso...
Germany 2018 is when Vettel's career died.
And he knew it as well, the way he was beating that steering wheel afterwards, when because it was just a minor ditch. He just beached it, like, what? That was absurd scenes. It was absurd. Guys, we're going to wrap this up very, very shortly. Maldonado teammate was either Senna or Barrichello. I thought Barrichello, to be fair. I did think it was Barrichello in 2013. I think we're talking about the year that he won. It was Senna in 2012. Okay, there you go. 2012, where Pasta won and then Senna. Did Senna win did Pasta win in 12 or 13? I thought it was 13. Why have I got 13? Like, the first 7 races of the year, and there were 7 different winners.
I've erased that completely out of my mind.
Why?
He didn't win a race. Did Senna win a race?
No, not Senna. Pasta.
Was it Bruno Senna? Who? Okay, Pasta won a race. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought. I was thinking, wait, Bruno Senna win a race? I was gonna lose my head. I said it's more.
Yeah. Senna got fastest lap in 2 races in 2012.
I had a sports finished, man.
We need to go. We need to get out of it. As this new gen is too nice. We'll see the evil streak come through. Hey, listen, it's there, bro. Don't listen. Watch it, Kwame. Watch it. That man are sly. George Russell, yeah. Watch. You might think he's a nice dude, yeah. You think he's a mature guy, bro. When man went over and called Bottas a senior next Tuesday and went to bang man like he's temps. Are you crazy? Nah, bro. Nah. Listen, George Russell, watch out on that one. And Lando Norris feels like he can carry his own as well. He looks like he can. Anyway.
They're all as nasty as each other. Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, and Norris. when they're fighting the championships on the line, you're gonna see Mazin in press conference.
You're gonna see Mazepin, blood. You know the boss. That man are gonna be moving mad. What's it called? Vettel rebrand is a madness. People don't know, bro. People don't know. We got to tell the streets, man. We got to tell the streets. Yeah, the neon yellow is awful. I agree. Hamilton's helmet this year is revolting to me. His purple and black was so nice. I wish he kept it. I think many people agree with you there. PR63, Future Head was crying with that comment that you made. Norris doesn't respect anyone. He's got that winning mentality. Tell them again, bro.
That's why I love him. That's why I love him. He's got that dog in him, bro. I don't all that kiss off stuff. He don't do that. He don't do that at all.
He's not on that. The 2018 Ferrari was definitely the best car. Lewis simply had the best ever season. Yeah, 2018 was a tough year, man. Spain 2020, I'll never forget. Of course, bro. 2012, sorry, never forget. Then Williams decided to set their garage on fire to hide the evidence.
Oh my god! Hey, listen, yeah, fucking 2012 was crazy. 2012 was such a sick season, bro.
Hey,
what was that race? Was it 2012 or 2010 when European Grand Prix, and then Vettel was winning, and then
I think it was
Grosjean was second, and both their cars broke down, and Alonso won.
and Alonso won. I think it's 12.
And then Maldonado crashed into Hamilton and took him out. That was a crazy race, man.
Hey, Maldonado was a wild guy, man. He was a wild guy, bro. I think it was 2010. Race, I think it was. What's it called? Yeah, I meant pasta. Don't mind my grandma. Yeah, we're with you, bro. We were with you. We got you. Pucci has a 2011 Barrichello, 2012 Senna, 2013 Bottas. Those were the partners of Pasta in the Williams. I didn't like the fact that they yeah, I miss Pasta. He's so jokes. Yeah, he was too funny. This guy had braces, bro. That made me laugh. Like, he had braces in a Formula One car. I said, yo, how old is this guy, bro? He's a kid.
I don't know what year it was, but there's a race in Spa and he does a jump start at the start. It's 2012. It's 2012. Remember? And then where Alonso got crashed into everybody, and he did a jump start from earlier. I'm like, who's doing jump starts in Formula One? It's like he's on lobbies online. He's insane, man.
He was moving mad. He was moving mad. Trust me, if Prime Alonso and Hamilton were in the Williams 2012, they're taking their title to the final race. Absolutely, man. Oh, with that comment, bro, we're going to leave it with Pastor Maldonado. With that comment, people, thank you very much for jumping into the McLaren Fan TV for another week. We are celebrating Podium, people, and who knows where we're going to go to
Podium,
next.
baby.
Yeah, man. And who knows what's going to happen next at Miami. We'll be talking about that. Him and Grosjean were moving like terrorists in starts, says Kwame. Bro, Pastor and Grosjean, what a combination, honestly. But yes, people, you know, McLaren, as I said, podium business, thanks to Lando Norris. Not a great day for Danny Ricciardo, but he recovered it. You know, overall, it's not too bad. His quali and his sprint was decent. Very, very good. So we move on to Miami, a brand new circuit. Again, we have no data. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on.
Hey, if we're winning, I'm bringing out the orange do-rag, guys.
Yeah, the orange do. I was bringing out the do, yeah.
That's orange as well. Papaya.
You know, the papaya do-rag. I put your head said I'm creasy. You and I both, but we are dying over here. But yes, people, will be back in 2 weeks' time, Tuesday, after the Miami Grand Prix. 7 p.m. Make sure you keep it locked. Like the video, smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you till then. Peace.
Peace.